So the Commanders start their season 1-0 versus the Giants. And in my opinion, we have to talk about the elephant in the room, which is the penalties in this game. I'm not sure that we beat many other teams in the league with the amount of penalties and the timeliness of them in this game. So we're kind of lucky that we played the Giants, this is kind of like a tune-up game for us. Hopefully that these guys come to their senses and realize there's things that need to be changed. Dan Quinn needs to get on them about these penalties as soon as possible because, I have a quick turnaround here this week. I want to start this video off, though, with a question for you guys. And I don't think we're going to figure this out until we see a few more games, but is the pass rush actually good? Or was this just how bad the Giants are? That's my question, because coming into this season, probably one of my biggest question marks or worries was the pass rush. And my God, Adam Peters. Bill is now a star. They were chanting his name. But let's talk about Wise and these other guys that Adam Peters, I didn't even really think too much of Wise, and he has been a big part of the pass rush, and also the huge improvement of the pass rush lanes that they're holding. And at least in this game, that's what I'm saying. We only have one game to go off, but in the preseason, I was really worried about the pass rush lanes, and in this game, they did a great job. Russell Wilson really only got out there a few times, and I saw some people kind of hating on Russell Wilson for this game, but dude, Russell Wilson was under duress all game. What do you want that dude? What do you want that dude to do? But also, I can't believe he took that many hits and kept playing. So I kind of gave him some props for that. This was a tough game for him, and he just was not getting help with the line. But yeah, can you believe it? We actually just watched a game where we had good corner play. We just watched good corner play. Do you understand it's been how long since we've Amos, he was turning his head and looking for the football. Do you understand how unlikely that has been for our corners for how long? We watched some good solid corner play in this game, and it blew my mind. Blew my mind that they could do that. Jaden Daniels, not his most accurate day, but coming into the day, first of all, let's start the talk here. I don't think there's any Redskin fans, but there was people online that thought that Jaden Daniels might have a sophomore slump. If you watch Jaden Daniels last season and you think that that's a possibility, then you don't know fucking football. This dude didn't come to the NFL and then learn shit. He came here and he was a grown ass man. This is him, bro. He is ready. He is an elite dude. And sure, of course, every player could have a certain aspect of their game where they regress or whatever, but overall regress? No, absolutely not. And in this game, and all I wanted to see in the first few drives was how he picked apart the defense. Did he make the right reads? And my God, he is sensational. He is sensational. I would say 8 times out of 10, he's always going to make the right read. And those other few times are nitpicks where it's yeah, he has a dude in the screen for a screen open down here for the screen, right? But he's holding onto the ball just a little bit longer because he wants to see if something down the field does come open, because he wants to gamble sometimes. And you can't knock the dude for that, because a lot of times he hits it. So even the small things about him are just kind of nitpicks. He's sensational. He's the man. And we are so lucky. And Cliff Kingsbury, yet again, only 1 or 2 plays in this game I didn't like. Also, late in the game, it's 4th and 2, and we kick the ball, we punt the ball. Don't understand that. Do not understand that. Why? We made an identity for ourselves last season for going for it all the time, right? And it paid off. Why now all of a sudden would we double question who we are or what we're doing and punt the ball away there? You know what I mean? So wasn't a fan of that. Not a fan of the penalties. There's not many teams we're going to beat if our penalties look like that. But overall, the defense, solid ass day, great game. I don't think they actually had a turnover, because whatever ones they had were not official, right? They took them back. But would like to see some turnovers. If you go back and look on my channel, just like a week ago, I made a post and I said we need Deron Payne to step up. He stepped the fuck up. He stepped the fuck up. He had at least his name. He had his name called at least 3 times in this game. Very at the very end there. At the end of the game, he had a batted pass. He used to do that all the time. He used to do that all the time, and I don't understand like where it kind of went for a couple years there, but it showed up again in this game. Um, Luke McCaffrey had a good kick return. We weren't really getting much out of the kick return until he took the ball. Deebo Samuel has been sensational. Now, we also have to talk about Terry McLaurin, right? So this was kind of a brutal game because we sat there and watched them let the Giants stick in this game, right? And that was like shades of our older teams and not pretty, right? But we had a chance early in this game to kind of put a dagger in them with that pass to Terry, and I haven't really watched that playback. So you could correct me in the comments. I'd have to go back and watch it. I only watched it like one time live, right? But you know what everyone's going to say. Terry McLaurin and Jaden, if they had more time to get in sync and practice in the preseason or whatever, in training camp, all that stuff, maybe they hit that. Terry would have been gone. There was no one around. He would have been gone. Now, like I said, I only watched it one time. Was it a bad throw by Jaden? Or was it just him? It looked like Terry wasn't running full speed. I don't know. I'd have to rewatch it. But regardless, you know what everyone's going to be saying now, right? Because Terry held out like they don't have that chemistry, right? And it's going to take them a while to get it. But yet again, that's why I was kind of switching up on Terry, because he switched up on us. Terry was always the guy that would never kind of do something like that. Like he said he wanted to be traded. You know what I mean? And we all know that he didn't really mean it or whatever, but like still, when we finally got our teams like settled down and things are going up for us, right? And everyone's like looking at us like, hey, that's a good new young team. Then he's sitting there saying he wants to be traded and creating drama when all we've been doing is trying to get rid of drama and get rid of the Dan Snyder era. So I was really not a fan of that. And I thought that was like a switch up move by Terry there. And then also, like I said, in this game, look, they didn't have that connection. If they hit that, we would have been up kind of big early and kind of just, in the second half, we kept sitting there thinking we just need a few more points and we'll feel much better about this. We would have already had it in like the second quarter or whenever that pass was. But yet again, because they didn't have the connection, even if that's not true, that's what people will say, right? But that's because of what Terry did. So that's going to be something that's probably talked about, not by the average fan isn't going to know that, but some people, that talk football online, they will bring that up. So Bill, huge game for him. He's quickly becoming a huge fan favorite. Everyone's chanting his name. Let me go through some of these notes. So yeah, the pass rush lanes went through that. It was beautiful. Russell Wilson had nothing to do all day. Basically, I'll just leave it off here. There's so much more I could talk about, but I gotta get ready for work and stuff. But our stadium, if you went to the game, we heard you. It wasn't like the loudest I've ever heard on a TV or something. But for us, for our stadium, it was definitely loud. You could tell it was rocking. And in the lower bowl, I cannot tell you over the years, it was always at least 50-50 or more so in the lower bowl, these other teams' fans. Not today. And it was a beautiful sight, dude. It was a beautiful sight to see that place either red or white or burgundy or white. You know what I'm saying? Like there was only shades of blue, just a few of them like on their side where they're supposed to be. And yes, that's because the Giants probably aren't going to be good this year. But regardless, you know how the all New York teams and NFC East teams travel. That was still a good showing for us, and hopefully they can keep it up. But hopefully they just take this game and see what they can do to become better, because Cliff was in his bag today. Beautiful calls. Things looked good when we were moving the ball. Things looked good, and like we're just effortlessly getting like 2nd and 19s and shit. You know what I mean? Like, and then I was sitting there. I was watching the game with my dad, and I was like watching the Giants struggle for every single tiny yard and like taking all day just to move a few feet. Like that used to be us. Like, and then we're just sitting here. Jaden's gonna get out of the pocket, throw the ball down the field like super effortlessly. Like it's just insane. Like it's hard to like even still fathom that that's where we're at now. And the defense played really well, but yet again, this was just one game. It's the Giants. Who knows how bad they actually are? We need more. We need to see more. And but yeah, that's all I got. Shout out to everybody in the Discord. Join the Discord. It's free. The link will be in the description. It's just an app that's free, and it'll just put you in our Discord chat, and we just talk about the skins. And during the game, we're in there talking all the time. It was real fun today. I'm gonna go watch this Ravens game. And yeah, peace.